kid, bro.
What's up guys, Derek, moreplates.com. Today we're going to be reacting to the 8th grader who squatted 5 hundo. Yes, indeed. 5 fucking pizzas and a 2.5 on each side. And this guy cranked it out in 8th grade. So a bunch of you guys sent this to me. Some people want natty or not. Some people want to know if it's fake weight. Some people just want me to react to it in general. So it's a quick video. I'll play it right now for you guys if you haven't seen it already.
Let's go, kid, bro.
Crazy. So squats 500 in 8th grade. Caption of House of Highlights: 8th graders built different these days. Some of the comments: he's staying 4'11" the rest of his life. Gonna stay that height forever, lol. When I was in 8th grade, I ate fruit snacks in the back of the classroom. I couldn't even bench the bar probably in grade 8. That's fucking nuts. So, is this real? Is this kid juiced out of his fucking tree? Well, you know, nowadays, there are more and more genetic hyper elites coming out of the woodwork. You know, it's not like when the population increases, expecting there to be regression in performance metrics, I feel like makes no sense. You know, longevity is increasing, like actual lifespan is increasing, like hyper elites in fucking professional sports, the amount of them are increasing. Like it's insane the kind of stuff that's coming out of the woodwork nowadays in terms of genetic potential and whatnot. And like, this doesn't surprise me, to be honest. I've seen, you know, like, let's give an example of another genetic hyper elite when he was, I don't know, like not as young as this guy, but something a lot of people don't realize is some of the guys you look up to now in, you know, professional bodybuilding, powerlifting, etc., they had their viral clips back when they were, you know, teenagers too. They're just very obscure and no one's really seen them. Like, a lot of people probably don't realize that Ian Valier, I hope the fuck I'm saying that properly this time. Ian had a video posted over 10 years ago now. 19-year-old benches 500 raw. So I don't know how many of you guys have seen this, but obviously if you follow pro bodybuilding, I'm sure you're quite aware of Ian at this point. He is a top 10 Mr. Olympia competitor and strong as fuck, even as far back as 19 years old.
500 pounds.
It's almost weird hearing that same voice like coming out of this younger like version. And I say that more not because he doesn't like look, it's just because it doesn't even look like the same human, the amount of muscle difference there is on his frame here.
Let's go. 500 pounds.
I see it.
So he can rep that now, by the way, but it's crazy how he was 19 years old and he had half of it, he had 5.3K likes and 2.1K dislikes, like, just because he didn't touch his chest and like lifted his ass a little bit. But he's like fucking 19 years old cranking out 500. It's insane. But that's insane at the time. Now we have kids in grade 8 squatting 500, benching 405 at like 14 years old and shit. What people don't realize is this is actually, it's not like it's limited to just, you know, this one random kid who happens to be a literal fucking superhero. There are random people all over the place now who are putting up numbers that would have seemed absolutely obscene. Well, actually, they still seem obscene like now, but I mean, like back in the day, they'd be unheard of. Like Chad Nichols, for example, he has insane, like, he has great genetics himself, and then his wife is a exceptional genetic elite as well. So obviously, expectedly, their kids are going to be absolute marvels. And you know, one of them is only 14 fucking years old and managed to max out 405 on the bench at 14 years old. Like, that's the kind of shit we're dealing with nowadays.
Come on. Right way.
Like, at 14, I literally wouldn't have even been able to do the bar for one, probably.
Come on. Quick work. Let's go. Come on. Come on. You want it. Come on. Come on. Come on. 3, 2, 1. Get up. Come on. Yeah.
Fucking mental. So, if you don't know Chad Nichols, he's the guru who coached Ronnie Coleman and tons of other pros, but obviously most notably he is the one behind, well, actually he was behind Ramy too in the most recent Mr. Olympia win. So he's a very, very prevalent, prominent, high tier, you know, guru in the bodybuilding scene, and his children are, you know, fucking prodigies at this point who are probably going to go pretty far too, especially this, like 14 years old, 405 dude, like nuts. So no, it's not just limited to this one kid who's just like better than the rest. There are more hyper elites coming out of the woodwork. People are getting on gear at earlier ages too, which is notable. I'm not saying this kid is or isn't, but I mean, like, fuck, dude. When you see people benching like 405 at 14, you're like, you start to wonder a bit, you know? But anyways, you know, that is the competitive nature of the sports world, you know, what it takes in order to win. And, you know, kids are just fucking excelling at an earlier age nowadays. Like, some of like the athleticism you even see going into the NBA and shit, like some of it is like, it just seems like there's a deeper depth of talent than there used to be. There used to be guys who like really stood out. Now there's just like far more depth, or there's a lot of guys who are just top of class, dude. Like some of the fucking basketball players I see coming out of high school now, it's like back in the day, I swear some of these guys could have like shit on actual NBA players that were seen as like stars back in the 90s. Like it's fucking nuts. So anyways, yeah, very impressive 8th grader squat, obviously. And other individuals who are killing it as well, like Chad Nichols and his kids, and I'm sure there are others, but no, I don't think it's fake weights. I think it's real, and I think shit's just getting intense nowadays, dude, for sports, and people are really pressing the gas early and getting like very, very, you know, good genetic pools. You know, there's a lot of good, there's a lot more genetic outliers out there than there used to be, just based on population alone. It just makes sense. So anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Are there any other crazy genetic phenoms that you know of that you think are very promising athletes for professional sports or bodybuilding or anything like that on the up and up? Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, drop a comment, helps the algorithm. Much appreciated when you do. Follow me on Instagram at more plates, more dates. Facebook, Snapchat, BitChute, Twitter, TikTok, Apple Podcasts. If you want to support the channel, you can check out anything I'm associated with in the video description below. My TRT clinic, it's all telemedicine from the comfort of your own home. We have very qualified patient care coordinators and doctors. I vetted myself personally who will be overseeing your care. And you can check out my recommended diagnostics and lab work in the video description as well to complement that at my HRT clinic. And Gorilla Mind, nootropic formulas, Gorilla Mode, pre-workout formulas, and design myself from scratch, and anything else I'm associated with. It's all in the video description below. Thank you guys for watching. Talk to you soon.